As a part of the green card process, USCIS requires every applicant for permanent residence in the United States to get a medical examination. This medical examination is going to check to make sure you're up to date on all your vaccines, which, by the way, includes the COVID vaccine. And if you don't have any of these vaccines, you'll need to likely get all of them from a USCIS civil surgeon, which is a physician that has some sort of agreement with USCIS. And that physician will then prepare a medical examination form, which they'll give to you in a sealed envelope. This sealed envelope cannot be opened. It must be submitted to USCIS completely sealed, and the immigration officer who's going to decide your green card application will then open it. There have been some policy changes with how USCIS is processing these. If you've seen any of my old videos, you may recall that I typically advise people, due to the really long processing times, to not submit their I-693 medical examination until they attend the green card interview or they receive a request for evidence for that medical examination. The reason for this is because the medical examination is only valid for 2 years. And for example, during the pandemic, everyone who submitted the medical examination with their initial green card application and ended up dealing with substantial delays between when they submitted the medical exam and their interview, those medical examinations expired. And they had to pay a physician another several $100s to get a new one when USCIS was finally ready to process their green card application. And this was just an unnecessary expense. So from that moment forward, I started advising my clients that they shouldn't even worry about the medical exam. And as soon as we get the green card interview notice, they should immediately get their medical examination and bring the sealed envelope with them to submit to the immigration officer at the green card interview. Well, recently, what's been happening is USCIS has been sending out somewhat aggressive emails to clients who didn't submit that medical examination, saying that you need to bring this medical examination with you to our local field office, which here in New York City can be a bit of a pain because it's in downtown Manhattan. And a lot of people who don't even live in New York City will have to bring a medical examination there to submit to the USCIS field office. The email says that you should print out this email and show it to an immigration officer when you arrive, and then hand deliver your medical examination. This substantially changes the way that USCIS was processing before. Historically, if they want you to submit a medical examination, they'll issue a request for evidence by mail, and you'll be able to just mail in your medical examination, and USCIS will continue processing everything. But now that they are requiring some people to physically hand deliver the examination to the USCIS field office, that changes the way I'm going to be advising my clients moving forward. My advice will most likely be, if you can get your medical examination in a timely fashion, we should submit it with all of the paperwork in the beginning. And for a long time, this is what USCIS has been saying that they wanted. But just because they want it doesn't mean it was in my client's best interest to do that. And I figured there's nothing to lose by submitting it down the road, because worst case scenario, it affects nothing. Best case scenario, it'll prevent them from having to get a second medical examination. So that was my strategy. But now I'm transferring that strategy to one of submitting the medical examination with all the green card paperwork at the beginning.
Oh, by the way, do you know how much doctors charge?
Yeah, like $200 to $500.
Yeah, they don't take insurance.
No, there's no insurance for that. It's all cash. All right, guys, so moving forward, my strategy is going to be to submit the medical examination with the rest of the green card paperwork in the beginning and not wait until USCIS asks us to deliver it in any other form. If you're new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe to these videos. I try to put a new one out every week on an immigration topic that is largely derived from the comments I receive on the videos. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments below. And if you actually need assistance with some sort of immigration matter, be sure to schedule a consultation. You can do it directly through my website or by calling my office. I'll see you guys next week.